So there was a time when Goa was all about shacks and all that, quick kind of seafood and all that. And today we see a surge of fine dine places. But my thing is that why don't we see Goan food in fine dine? So I am back with my curious mind to order to understand that why no fine dine for Goan food?
All right, why no fine dine? We have beautiful
Yeah,
places to stay in, we have beautiful scenery, we have
absolutely.
everything. I'm going to link that back to this question of yours.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm talking about many years back
Mm-hmm.
when we studied in colleges, we spoke about classical cuisine.
Right.
And whether it was French was the one that people normally, it was their compass of food, when it's
Mm-hmm.
with the mother sauces and all. They were also very wholesome dishes.
Right.
And the trend was to serve wholesome food, whether you were Italian, mama makes it, etc. There were wholesome
Yeah.
preparations. Over a period of years, what happened is they realized that they had to innovate.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the terminology that came in when I was with the Taj, maybe in the 80s, called, don't raise your eyebrows. It
80s.
was called,
No, no, I was born in 80s. So I'm just thinking.
it was called haute cuisine,
Okay.
Haute. In other
Haute
words,
couture. So,
yeah,
like
hot,
that.
a French terminology
Yeah.
again, which is good dining.
Hmm.
And that was the time when we had these specialty restaurants which would utilize presentation,
Right.
the ambience, the general service per se, in such a way that people felt that they were getting something more
More.
and classy and stylish. I'm using
Yeah. Yeah.
words, all right? Which basically made a impact
More
when it comes.
elegance to the
Yes,
experience.
elegance,
Yeah.
arty,
Yeah.
spacious, attention,
Hmm.
those sort of words. Now, when we talk about these same words, spacious, arty, elegant, look at the Goan houses.
Absolutely.
We
We
just
have
don't
probably
have
the
flat
most
roofs
stunning.
with the tiled roofs, the
Yeah.
attention given. No, with maybe other places in the past just had thatching. We went in
Yeah.
for the red tiles. We went for the pillars, the colonnades, the
Everything.
the frescoes. Everything possible went on to this. So you can't say Goa and not arty or classy.
Absolutely.
Then what happened to the food? Here we come to a very strong word which I keep on finding that we have to fight against is mindsets and perceptions.
Yeah.
The mama style. Now, even Italy slowly is pushing away from the barriers of saying, okay, one full bowl of spaghetti or one full
Hmm.
bowl of pasta,
Yeah.
etc. And saying, yes, people are now looking for niche preparations based on classics. So you're not creating confusion, but you're creating something which is very eye appealing, wholesome,
Inspired by the
inspired.
same but presented
But,
in a
but,
better
but.
way. Yeah.
A second thing, when we think about Goan restaurants, people just think, oh, you take an old space because you have the taverna concept in your mind, and
Hmm.
the husband and wife are cooking inside, and one fellow will come, in his own sloppy way and say, "Ani ki desai to ka fish curry," and we think about that.
Yeah.
But yet, we have such beautiful spaces which can be
Absolutely.
utilized when we are talking about the presentation, so arty
Hmm.
style, the right concept inside those houses which could be used. Third, let's come to the actual food.
Yeah.
I'm taking a very popular dish which everybody has heard of, which was the prawns reshad. Now, we used to serve small prawns, they've gone
Hmm.
into tiger prawns. From the big prawns, they snip the center of the shell, they open it out, they add the space, and they still serve it with your salad and potatoes and everything, and it's just dumped in front of you. Prawn reshad. Now, if we had time to think, the same
Hmm.
two prawns, cooked in exactly the same way,
Same masala.
put on a crusted poi,
Hmm.
immersed just generally, not fully, into a sort of a reshad, balchao, not balchao, reshad, the mayo,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it gives you that curry sort of flavors,
Creamy
creamy
yet
feel, color
flavorful.
feel, and you have these two prawns right on top of it. And then you use your veggies in the center in terms of what we normally eat,
Yeah.
like your cucumber, whatever, chopped
Hmm.
very fine. That you
Yeah.
know how the people do, or take a tamri bhaji and make a mousse or a drumstick mousse, or everything which is local and Goan, which we used to serve in our houses. Put it on the plate. All we need is to
Fine dine restaurants or other restaurants owner, you need to hear this. Like, here is a lady who's literally given something on the plate that how a simple, typical, traditional dish can become a fine dine dish. So I don't think it's rocket science.
it's not.
It's basically the
But
mindset, like you
but
said.
you also
Yeah,
have to add the peripheral things,
of course,
the
of
ambience,
course.
okay,
Yeah,
the music,
yeah.
the servers. We have such beautiful. I remember in one place the kundi material, which is
Yeah.
so traditional Goan, made into nice jackets and waistcoats, which can even wear on
Anywhere
t-shirts and
on something.
casual.
It just gives that
It gives that
feeling.
touch.
Yeah.
You do the service the way you would want to, on mud plates, on copper plates. They do it for Indian food.
So many times you have seen North Indian foods where they'll dress as those, those bhangra dresses, and they'll wear their
Then,
pagdis and dress up like that.
like
You'll
the
have
Bukhara
thalis.
fine
Yeah,
dine,
absolutely. They'll
give
have
an
thalis and
apron.
all that.
Yes.
And yeah, so but I mean, it's not that Goan cuisine cannot go that route, but it's just that maybe we just perceive our food that
Yes,
it's not
perceptions and
that classy,
mindsets. Who
or it
said it's
cannot.
not
Yeah, that's
classy?
what it
400
is.
years of flexibility.
Absolutely.
No one else has played around with food the way our Goan
And
food
in
has
fact,
been
it
played.
has so many influences. I mean, I don't think any other cuisine
You
has so
dress it
many
in whichever way
influences.
you
Yeah,
want. In the
and
European manner, you dress it in the Indian manner, you dress it in,
absolutely.
it's, we've
Yeah.
got, you create your own ambience, arty space. There's so much that can be done.
But why do you think then? What's the reason that it has not been done? Like, is it just a perception? Is it technicality of preparing these things? Like you said, a drumstick moves. Are there not enough people who can do it?
Okay,
What's the core
two
reason that you
points.
think? Yeah.
2 points based on our last talk.
Yeah.
How many people who are not Goan,
Hmm.
and I'm not generalizing,
Yeah.
the real ones, not a five-star hotels who do have some rudiment knowledge
Right.
of Goan food,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, really know how to make Goan preparations.
I agree.
Yeah. The second part is we Goans at times, and I'm using the word strong at times because I could get a lot of flack. We have one or two chefs who have gone in that direction, have been playing around with it.
Hmm.
Uh, how many of our chefs want to get out of that mold that my shakuti has to be served like grandmother makes it, and that is how it is supposed to be served? And will I be committing a sin if I tweak it in a different way? You know,
Hmm.
there are so many perceptions and thoughts. Unless we get rid of that to understand what is this fine dine in terms of modern thinking.
See, but like recently, since I was a part of it and I saw it, we did a students' Maskey Chefs Award, and we literally saw
You
these,
saw it.
second year, third year students who have done a fantastic job of uplifting the same Goan cuisine, and going to the extent of making sushi with those ingredients, and they've done so many different things. They have merged cuisines, they have uplifted it, elevated the experience. So it's a possibility, right?
Aditi, you have seen it,
Yeah,
you have tried to push it.
yeah.
How many takers are there?
That's what I was coming to. That there is a possibility. It's not that it cannot be done, right? These kids are probably already there. They can prepare it. They
And there are
are.
no barriers to thought.
Yeah, and they have literally like no limits. They have gone ahead and created something very beautiful. We had like 16 participants, and probably we got to see 16 takes on the traditional dishes, which each one actually making actually three. So multiply that by three, and we
I'm
saw
asking this question, was it
those many
arty?
dishes. Of course,
Was it different in terms of the fine dining concept vis-a-vis wholesome portions?
100%, and also I think presented well. We saw the presentations. We saw what we call as fine dine in terms of the techniques that they used. They created a lot of different stuff. And yet, I feel that when they go out, they'll again be
No,
doing.
because they're not given the, these young kids, when they go out and work for someone
Yeah,
else, they, again, the barriers are there.
right.
How will the customer perceive it? Will it be accepted? And then they go into a very thing called modern. Modern is only your take of how you're presenting it.
Absolutely. The taste, I mean, when you
It
put it in your
remains
mouth,
constant.
it's still the same.
It remains
You
the same.
100% feel you're eating
Unless
Goan
it's
food.
fusion confusion.
That's a different thing. That some people do it, that's a different thing. But what I saw that day, I'm talking purely basis that the taste, the flavors, they still remain very authentic and 100% Goan. It's only different techniques, how you use it, how you present it, that it completely uplifts your regular curries to something more presentable, eye appealing, and like we said, fine line ready. But again, sadly, we don't see
So
that
maybe
happening.
this is a start to say, knock, knock, we are there. You want
Yeah,
hot
I guess
cuisine, we Goans can deliver.
can deliver 100% for sure. I've seen it with my eyes. I will actually be posting some of the pictures that you look at, and you can see that how well these kids are doing. And mind you, they have not even started
Hey,
working.
you
They have
remember
not gone
the prawn
commercially
curry
out there.
rice sushi?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They created a sushi. So I mean, it's there are literally no limits, and they have not even gone out commercially yet,
Yes.
and they're still students in
We
colleges
have to
and
learn from the mouth of babes and give them a chance to show what the future is all about without being rigid in our own
yeah.
mindsets.
So I guess I think it's more like an appeal to all the hotels, restaurants who hire these kids at a later stage. I think give them a chance to, showcase that what Goan cuisine is literally capable of, what they are capable of. I think more than anything else, it's about a platform. We think that I don't know how the customer may perceive, but
No,
unless we give them,
it becomes
you know,
a new concept. This
yeah,
is what new concepts are all
all
about.
about. So I think we need to give them to accept, reject. That's a secondary thing, but at least let's first
Give them a
give
chance.
them a chance. Yeah. So watch it and kind of help these kids reach their, I think, full potential. There is a lot that I saw, and I think it's a great thing. So it's a great initiative that we did, and I'm so glad that I'm part of the club also. But yeah, so help the kids to reach their potential and make Goa fine dine as well. See you.